Hey, welcome to this recording of Deus Ex, the original, from 2000. This is the Game of the Year edition. I am Luxury Yacht, also known as Flimsy Stick on YouTube. This is a particularly dear game to my heart. This game came out, like I said, 2000, Game of the Year. It's very interesting in that it's a first-person shooter RPG. You don't get these very often. There's also a very heavy emphasis on stealth, storytelling, character interaction, and various other things that don't normally get put together in any kind of game. One thing that I think this game really shows off is its excellent storytelling, absolutely groundbreaking level design for the time. Obviously, with the next couple of years, games came out with even more open design, but I think one thing that really shows was the fact that the sequel actually has smaller levels than the original game, which was very weird. I'm doing these recordings because this is one of my favorite games of all time, and with Human Revolution coming out in just a few weeks as of the time of this recording, I thought it'd be nice to go ahead and take people actually into the future of the past. Human Revolution is going to be set actually before this game. It's a prequel, and a lot of people might not want to go back and play a game from 2000 afterwards to kind of get that full sense of what it is, and maybe people are sitting on the fence and they don't really understand what the Deus Ex franchise has to offer them. So I just thought it'd be nice to go ahead and do that for people. So here we go. I'm just going to go ahead and start up a new game. There's 4 difficulties. Easy, where the bad guys have low health, you have high health. Up to hard, where you have almost no health and the bad guys have a ton of health. I'll be playing the game on realistic. Realistic mode has everyone set down to very easily to kill. This is our character creation screen. Not quite as detailed as say, Dragon Age or other RPGs that we're now used to. In fact, the appearance setting is pretty much just very basic stuff. I mean, I'll be going with the default appearance as well as the default name and whatnot. But this screen here, very common if you play RPGs, not that common if you play something along the lines of Halo or something like that. I'll be taking a rank of rifle, a rank of computer, and a rank of lockpicking, with an eye to take up electronics as soon as I can. You get XP for completing story objective, as well as going through and finding hidden areas in the game. You get what's called an exploration bonus to your XP, which is always quite cool. It definitely encourages you to not play the game straight up, just go down the one path. There isn't ever one path in this game, but if there was a one path, they don't want you to do that. So we'll go ahead and click start and go through the opening intro to this wonderful game from the past.
Your appointment to FEMA should be finalized within the week. I've already discussed the matter with the senator.
I take it he was agreeable?
He didn't really have a choice.
Has he been infected?
Oh yes, most certainly. When I mentioned that we could put him on the priority list for the ambrosia vaccine, he was so willing it was almost pathetic.
This plague, the rioting, is intensifying to the point where we may not be able to contain it.
Why contain it? Let it spill over into the schools and churches. Let the bodies pile up in the streets. In the end, they'll beg us to save them.
I've received reports of armed attacks on shipments. There's not enough vaccine to go around, and the underclasses are starting to get desperate.
Of course they're desperate. They can smell their death, and the sound they'll make rattling their cage will serve as a warning to the rest.
I hope you're not underestimating the problem. The others may not go as quietly as you think. Intelligence indicates they're behind the problems in Paris.
A bunch of pretentious old men playing at running the world. But the world left them behind long ago. We are the future.
We have other problems.
UNATCO?
Formed by executive order after the terrorist strike on the statue. I have someone in place, though. I'm more concerned about Savage. He's relocated to Vandenberg.
Our biochem corpus is far in advance of theirs, as is our electronic sentience, and their ethical inflexibility has allowed us to make progress in areas they refuse to consider.
The augmentation project?
Among other things, but I must admit that I have been somewhat disappointed in the performance of the primary unit.
The secondary unit should be online soon. It's currently undergoing preparation and will be operational within 6 months. My people will continue to report on its progress. Necessary,
We've had to endure much, you and I, but soon there will be order again. Not better than kings. Gods.
And there's the intro. This game takes place in 2052, so it's going to be slightly into the future. As you can see, the graphics are a little bit outdated, but...
Heads up, JC. Your brother Paul is on his way to meet you at the dock. The NSF is raiding the island and shots have been fired. I repeat, find Paul. I will monitor your situation from HQ.
Crate breaking, of course, one of the most important things in all games.
I thought you were in Hong Kong. Welcome to the Coalition, JC. I might as well start using your code name. Think I'd miss my brother's first day? Didn't think you'd have a choice. What's going on? The NSF. They hit one of our shipments. A few of them got away, but we trapped the rest in the statue. What are we waiting for? Looks like a textbook assault. The NSF took one of our agents hostage. The bots are holding the perimeter, but my orders are to hold back and send you in alone. I think someone high up wants to see how you handle the situation. All I've got with me is a pistol and an electric prod. I don't mind a test, but UNATCO better issue some hardware. Remember that we're police. Stick with the prod. It'll stun your opponents or knock them unconscious. A non-lethal takedown is always the most silent way to eliminate resistance. Just in case, though, Manderley wants you to pick an additional weapon. A sniper rifle, a GEP gun, or a mini crossbow.
Now, this, of course, is one of the most bizarre choices in the entire game. Or all of games, really. Because you can have either a sniper rifle, a rocket launcher, or a tiny crossbow. I don't know who would take the mini crossbow, but I'm going to go with the GEP gun.
Never know when I might come up against some heavy armor. Give me the GEP gun. The GEP gun might be useful. They have a security bot on patrol near the statue entrance. Great. What's the first move? I'm going to give you a map of the island. If you can get to the North Dock, a UNATCO informant will give you a key to the statue doors. He responds to the code phrase, iron and copper. You could avoid a lot of fighting, though, if you found a back way to the statue. I'll see how it looks on shore. Your primary objective is the makeshift command center the terrorists have installed at the top of the statue, but don't forget about Agent Herman. We think he's being held on the ground floor. What are my orders when I reach the command center? Interrogate the leader. We don't yet know why the terrorists would risk an open assault.
Alright, let's crack some more boxes. I think every secret agent knows that cracking open wooden crates is absolutely the best thing you can possibly do on a mission. That there was a multi-tool. We can use those to kind of crack open fuse boxes and disable electrical equipment. Always useful. The way that the skills kind of interact with the game is like for lockpicking and doing like electrical disruption type stuff, you kind of have to use a certain number of tools based on your skill to get certain things to open. So...
NSF everywhere, JC. Your orders are to shoot on sight. A UNATCO informant on the North Dock can get you inside the statue. Look for a bum. Identify yourself with the phrase, iron and copper.
Now, of course, a lot of people will see this crowbar and immediately think Half-Life, but no, they totally didn't steal it from Half-Life. No, not at all.
If you want to make a covert approach, the Academy stealth course. Stay out of their field of view, walk slowly to stay quiet, and crouch behind cover. Or if you have to get your hands dirty, remember that a headshot is a lethal takedown.
That was something else I'm not really used to in a lot of like FPSs where you're kind of like, yo, I'm just gonna pick up this box, I'm just gonna move it, you know, to somewhere else. It's quite useful. I will stick with Paul's advice and use the prod for right now, mainly because I don't have a knife, and also because, yeah, I mean, it's always nice to take them down with that one shot. I think I will kind of. Oh, gotta be careful. As I was saying earlier, this is definitely a game that focuses on stealth and using your head to kind of get you through the various encounters that you'll have. And apparently pigeons. Apparently pigeons are also a very large portion of this game. Oh, gotta watch out. Now right now I can hear 2 sets of footsteps. I believe there's a guy from the other corner coming. Yep, there he is. Wouldn't want to move out at the wrong time. And bad guys, for some reason, do seem to have an incredibly short range of sight. I don't know exactly why they gave them... Ooh, moving a crate, apparently, with my butt. Now, the reason he went down so fast is because... Actually, I think I can... Yeah. To make it so that people are less noticeable, provided that they're completely looted, you can pick up and move the bodies. Because they will react to dead bodies. If somebody finds one of their buddies lying on the ground, they're gonna go on high alert. Question is, do I even have to worry about the other guy padding back? Just gonna lean around the corner a bit. Yep, there he is. Leaning is a little bit less noticeable than actually, you know, completely sticking your face out there, but it's not the most useful thing in the world. They will notice you if you stick your head around the corner. It's just a little bit less noticeable. Should be able to sneak up on him. Now, if I don't hit them in the head with the prod, they actually won't go down instantly. This also looks very dangerous. If that guy keeps moving forward, this is going to be bad. I'm not going to engage. Looks like he might have turned around. Oh no, he's moving. Okay, I see what's going on. He's going around that way. But yeah, only a headshot with the prod is actually an instant takedown. Otherwise, they just kind of go all funny. Alright, looks like he's... Ooh. Very important in stealth games to not be seen. Which you'd think would go without saying. Footsteps. In the night. That was probably one of the other weird things about this game, is the fact that it is almost pretty much just continuously nighttime. I actually missed that first time. Completely. Which is kind of embarrassing. Given that I've probably played this game about a dozen times. Especially this beginning bit. Sometimes I decide, like, oh, well, this time I'm going to go through and go, low-tech weapons, so I'm going to be all like knife guy or crossbow guy or whatever, but I always pretty much end up in this kind of rifle slump. I mean, the rifles are amazingly good, which is why I tend to go with them, but sometimes I just feel like, you know, I kind of just want to do something different. But the rifle skill just covers too many weapons. They cover both the shotgun, the sniper rifle, and the assault rifle. So, with one skill covering so many different weapons...
I think we got cops.
Uh-oh. There might be cops here. We gotta watch out. They kind of move a little bit panicky when they think you're around.
Quiet. I think we got cops.
And they think we have cops. Just gonna wait for him to...
I guess we're safe.
Now, luckily enough, this was before stealth games kind of got the idea of, you know, enemies that once they kind of know you're there, they know you're there and are always on their best guard. This is luckily before then, so he just kind of goes back to his normal routine. I did it again. Cool. Luckily enough, the game has been really, really forgiving to me so far with a lot of this really, really awful gameplay that I've been showing, with continuously missing people in the head with the prod.